All right, we are
Try,
live. Go ahead.
I was gonna say try to share the stream because we didn't have any time to like let people know we were going live. So, well, I said it on Niko's show, but that was a quick show.
All right, we are live.
All right.
So, fam, where are you?
Oh shit! Sorry. I am right in Lima, Peru. I am outside of Precursores, which is an area where Keiko Fujimori just voted. I sent Jonny some footage of just the craziness that people were feeling as she was voting. I mean, they were shoving everybody. They shoved the police just to get pictures of her. Initially, they were trying to keep the press separate from the people, and they completely like took the barriers out and didn't care.
Hey, yeah,
so there's a lot of support.
Your video turned
I'm sorry.
off.
Oh, let me see really quickly. All right, back. Okay. Initially, they had tried to separate the press from, in an area and then keep the people out, but the people just came in and started chasing her down. I sent you some footage. I caught the image of when she was coming in to vote. She has a history. I find it really hard to digest that people just forget, like, her corruption and her father's corruption. Obviously, you're not your father, right? Like, that's like an argument that I hear a lot from the pro Keiko people. Like, she's not her father, but she was actually, we talked about it. She was actually profiting off the money from her dad, and she has her own crimes. Her politics are very right wing, but a lot of people have bought into the propaganda still. I mean, today interviewing people who are for Keiko, I uploaded some of the videos. They're in Spanish, but basically they believe that Pedro Castillo is a terrorist. They believe that he's going to like make Peru Venezuela, and nothing he has said indicates that. He has in fact almost distanced himself from Venezuela. A lot of his supporters don't even say that Peru and Venezuela are two different countries. They more align themselves with Bolivia and what Evo Morales has done. There's a very similar arc to Evo Morales and Pedro Castillo. Both are, more indigenous. They come from rural areas. They were unexpected successes. They have the vote of the people in the provinces and the rural areas. It is very much a class type of election. However, there are a lot of poor people, or a lot of working class people, I should say, that are for Keiko Fujimori because they believe that Pedro Castillo is tied to a party that is undercover communist, and that they're going to be getting rid of all of the industries here and pushing away all the rich investors, and there's not going to be jobs. So that's the fear mongering from the press. Keiko, when she came in to vote, people were excited to see her, but really, Pedro Castillo gets the same thing wherever he goes. So that's pretty much what happened today. Also, just so you know, Jonny, and so everybody knows, the polls close at 7 p.m., right? In Peru, they don't start counting votes early like they do in the United States. They count them as soon as the polls close. Once they start doing the counts, they get enough of a number where they do what's called a flash. The flash is going to show who is the winner. It's statistically impossible for the flash winner to differ from the winner from after all the votes are counted, officially tabulated 3 to 4 days after. So you're not going to have the full count tonight, but they were saying it's more likely that it'll be almost all counted because it's just for the presidency. Usually when you have elections that have different, like, Congress or whatever, it takes a little bit longer, but because it's just the presidency, it's going to be much faster than normal. So the full count may be done even faster. But at the very least, the flash count will be announced right after, within the hour. So around 8 o'clock or slightly before, the flash count will be announced and the winner will be declared. And we'll see what happens then. I was just in the center of Lima, and there was this plaza that I was in, and I was interviewing with some people. And one of the guys there was for Pedro Castillo, and he specifically said that at 7 p.m. the workers would be there And as I left, there was more and more people gathering. So I have a feeling, and I've been told by locals here, that there's going to be Castillo people and there's going to be Keiko people in that area later tonight. I intend on going there. I am told it's dangerous to go anywhere at night, but you know me, so yeah.
Fam, everybody.
There might be protests and riots no matter who wins. Is basically it, and there might be they might not like either of them. They might say, "Oh, we want new options." That's something that could happen in Peru.
So, where's that place that you said that they're gonna be at?
I can't hear you. What?
Where's the place that you said they're gonna be at?
It's in downtown. Not downtown. It's like the center of Lima, where all the government buildings are.
Right.
Very close to La Plaza de Armas.
Ah, okay.
Very close to there.
Okay, yeah. So that's a historic place.
Yeah. I was there. I have, like I said, I have more footage I need to upload. I haven't had a chance, but I'm gonna go do that, and then I'm gonna try to go back out there because the like I said, the results will be pretty accurate once they come in. Now, accurate in the sense of the tabulation, right? In the sense of like, oh, you'll have the results. There have been reports, Jonny, and I text you the video, that there are ballots filled out for Keiko Fujimori. And I asked somebody, who showed me the video, how is it possible that these ballots are filled out? And they said, well, it's the people who are working that could bring them in because they're the ones that are take hold of the ballots. The press isn't really allowed to go in there. You can sneak in some video from outside of the tables, but there's really not much to see. You can film around like I did inside the schools and stuff where the voting takes place, but you can't, as the press, really be in there. So they're supposed to have observers. I don't know what those observers' knowledge of elections are, but I would be asking, what's the process? What's the chain of custody? Where did these ballots come from? All of these things. And I was asking this lady, like, how, like, when are the ballots counted and how they're counted? And she says, oh yeah, they're counted after everybody votes, and they communicate, and they all give in their numbers, and then they announce it. And then she made it sound really simple, and they're all paper ballots. There was electronic machines last election in Lima, but I think everybody's saying they mostly got rid of all of them. Even in Lima, where I'm at, I didn't see any electronic voting machines in any of the areas I went, because I've been here and I've been at another school and I didn't see any electronic voting machines. I just saw the regular pen drop box, and they make you bring your own pen. If you don't bring your own pen, you have to buy it from somebody that sells pens outside. So, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, so I'm playing the video right now while you're talking.
Yeah.
You watched it.
Hold on, let me turn up your volume because I can barely hear you. I don't know why. All right, can you say something?
Yeah, so you watched the video.
Okay, good.
What was it called? As you watched it before.
As I was.
Can you explain a little bit what's going on?
Wait. So this guy is yelling and saying that he's in the precinct, right? And he's saying, "Hey, these ballots are pre-marked for Keiko. These ballots are pre-marked for Keiko. This is fraud. This is fraud. This is fraud. This is fraud." So that's pretty much it. And this isn't the first time I've heard that. We played the other day in Miami that they said, "Oh, these ballots are marked for her." So that's the reports that are happening. It's all over, even the media here as well. Nobody has answered to that yet. Nobody has said anything about that. It's hard to say. I know I talked about it yesterday, right? When we did our live stream, the OPEC is in charge of the elections, has people who are pro Keiko leading the vote count, right? I don't know what to tell you. I mean, that's a conflict of interest that makes me distrust in the whole process. For me, that is a really big red flag. She has a lot of influence, a lot of power. Like I said, the soccer team. However, there's a lot of money with her, right? Like all of the businesses, the big business here supports her. So in other words, I would be surprised if there wasn't a vested interest in ensuring she would win. And when I was being presented with this information, they were pissed. I mean, they were pissed. I'm telling you, these people are gonna protest and riot if she, not necessarily riot, but at the very least protest if she wins, because there is so much distrust already in the process that they're just not gonna they're not gonna trust the process. There is also the other side, which is, oh, we need to be peaceful. Pedro Castillo actually came out earlier and said promoting peace and tranquility and just, no violence. Basically, he was basically doing the same thing where he's like, everybody be calm. But he also said later on that he was going to go in, that he was going to come back. He might come back to Lima either tonight after the flash, or tomorrow. He might come tomorrow. So honestly, it's all up in the air as to what happens. But people are very divided. I had really passionate people talking about why they like Keiko. I had really another passionate person that says, I'm a worker, and I support Castillo because I'm sick and tired of the corruption and etc. So yeah.
So something I noticed in the I'm gonna play your little Twitter video that we edited, that we put out on the Convo Couch. I noticed that the lines were really short.
Yeah. So it's very difficult to get a long line here. I mean, it's almost non-existent. The lines are between the time a person comes in and goes out to vote. Even Keiko, with when she came in, it took her like 5 minutes. It doesn't take very long. You go in, you bring in your ID, they check it, they check your temperature. You go into the room, you vote. It's only president, right? So it's very quick. A or B, or no, or neither, right? And then you leave. And there are separate areas depending on your last name and your number, just like there are, when you go to vote in America. But there are no long lines. You don't see people waiting 7 hours and ordering pizza. You don't see people having to order water. So, hey, if you make it easy for people to vote, and that's the thing, if people don't vote, they get a fine. So they want to vote, and you want to get them in and out because it's less money for you. It's less time. So the way the system works, in a way, I think it's better. It's valid. It's all of these things. So I think it's honestly, to be honest, it's kind of embarrassing that the United States has less trust in elections with all the technology and all the money they have to their disposition, right? So
that's what I'm saying.
I didn't see any long lines, dude. I didn't see a single long line. It was crazy. 3 to 4 minutes is the average voting time from the time somebody comes in.
And everyone has to vote, so then that's another thing. It's not like only 40% of the population is voting. It's 100% of the population. Imagine
if everybody voted in the U.S. if they can't even handle 40% of people voting, and they don't do vote by mail. They don't do that, and they demand an ID. So it's kind of like they have more security in the sense of to prove who you are, right? Who you are.
Right.
And
I was looking up the population numbers, and it's 10.8 million in the urban area, and then 7.7 million in the city area. So, you got like 10.8 million people there, and they're able to handle it fine,
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Exactly.
That's a lot. That's a lot of people.
Yeah. And it's like very working class, schools with very boxes and chairs and tables it's not fancy at all. It's not fancy at all. You can see behind me. Over here is where the voting took place. I can probably, let me move the camera so people can see. It says right here, Como votar, and you can see just the information, and you can see just more information on voting, and it just tells you your rights, etc. Somebody ripped it, and they even have a QR code right there. And this is the area where people vote. This is Jonathan. This is Los Próceres. So this is kind of close to where we were last time.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So this is, where I'm staying at is a little bit of a more safe neighborhood. No, this isn't bad. I mean, this is just what most of Peru looks like. And this is where all the media, the pictures I sent you with Keiko, this is where all of the people were lined up, right along this road.
Right.
And they were all waiting.
So right behind that
vote.
truck, that's the entrance to the voting center, I think, right?
Yeah, right behind the truck is the entrance to the voting center. Absolutely.
Okay.
So yeah, and they have till 7 p.m. to vote. So they only have a few hours left. I can walk. I'm gonna walk this way actually. to try to show you guys. We can just make this a short stream. I'm gonna try to go back, recharge the phone, get something to eat, and then try to be back out there, because I have a feeling there's gonna be something, because people are really upset. They, on either end, they're gonna be upset, right? So there's a military, if you guys can see.
Yeah, maybe get a little closer.
You guys can see.
So the military has been dispatched out to every voting center, right?
Yeah, so they've been dispatched to every voting center, and you can see I've asked them questions. I asked them if I could come in there and vote, and not vote and film, and I had to talk to somebody from the OPEC to be allowed in, but they eventually allowed me. They were fine. They weren't, but it's different. In America, you're not used to seeing the police everywhere when you're voting, but they did this. Some say they did this because they wanted to scare people into thinking there's going to be some sort of raids. A lot of stores closed today because of the election. So yeah, they're there and they're protecting the entrance, because nobody can go in there unless they're voting or unless you're press. And even then, they have to take down your name. They had to take down my name. They left with my ID for a while to make sure like I was who I was. And it's pretty secure in that sense from like any outside intruder. But in terms of what happens in there, I don't know, because again, the vote is counted privately, right? The votes are counted privately. So that part, I'm not sure. I question. It's not a public counting like it is in other countries. It's one member from each party is there, and they have observers, and other than that, that's it. So
okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, and you can see the military have live weapons on them. Yep. Something you don't see in the United States often. They don't take out the live weapons except for when the National Guard was deployed during the protests.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's interesting. So everybody who's watching, you're seeing what a street in Peru looks like. This is about, you would say it's like lower middle class kind of streetish, or like
this part is just heavily in business, right? These are industries like little shops and stuff. But if you keep going this way and around, that's where the houses are. And so that's, the houses there are nice actually. And there's a mall across the street, across that way, right? And so it's actually not a bad area. But I mean, so coming from America, you're like, what the hell is, it looks different for. But for people who live here, it's completely normal. Yeah,
and it's cloudy. It's always cloudy over there.
Well, it's cloudy, it's polluted, but also it's winter here. Basically, it's almost.
Oh.
Winter. Somebody called me. So, it's almost winter, so it's like their winter is like 60 something degrees. It's not cold for me. Everybody's like, oh, it's so cold. I'm like, that's like California. That's like 70 degrees, 68 degrees. It's like not cold. It's just cloudy. It's not sunny like it is in LA.
Right.
But yeah, so that's pretty much the update. Like I said, the most important thing to know is that the flash vote is going to give you the flash vote is going to give you guys the winner right after 7 o'clock. So between 7 and 8 o'clock, we're going to know who technically won. Whether or not people accept those results, is up in the air. A lot of people might not accept the results. So yeah, so that's the thing. I'm staying through Tuesday, right? So I'll be able to go if there's something tomorrow, if there's something later, and I intend on going to the plaza to see if Castillo wins. Obviously, there's going to be marches in favor and there's going to be marches in opposition. If Keiko wins, there's going to be marches in favor and then there's going to be marches in opposition. Whether that goes out of hand or not is up to be determined. But I mean, last time, in November, when they had the whole issue with the presidency that was removed, there was a lot of like violence in the streets and stuff. So, like I said, a lot of businesses today are closed because they don't know what's going to happen.
Right. Okay. So right now it's 5:28 over there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 5:28. So in a couple hours, they should be doing that. So I'm gonna request you to go charge your phone and get ready, get some food, get some.
Yeah.
They don't really have any vegan options out there, huh?
I have to eat fish while I'm here, I guess. I mean, they don't have the salad I ate yesterday was like lettuce and tomatoes. Like it was not, it didn't even come with dressing. So yeah, they don't really like salad here. So it's been difficult, but I'll be back later on. I wish I brought a light with me, but because it's gonna get dark. So yeah, but anyway, I'll sign off now. I'm gonna go charge my phone, and we'll be back, and I'll see you guys later.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show some more of your tweets, and then we'll do a little bit more. I'll see if Medea Benjamin has anything up on her Facebook or anything. And then, so thank you, Fee, for letting us know what's going on. Thank you for being on the ground. Thank you to the fams for getting us out there. And
thank you, fam.
We'll see you later, Fee.
All right. See you guys. Bye.
Fams. Fams. Give me a second here. Uh-oh. Hold on one second. Let's show these. I'm going to show you this video here real quick, okay? So here, this was earlier today. Fee went to one of the voting centers, and she kind of explains the whole situation. This was earlier today. So it says votes are coming in and lines are short in Lima, Peru on Peru Decide 2021. Election day. Candidates Pedro Castillo and Keiko Fujimori will know flash results of the count, which she'll talk about around 7. It's actually around 8 p.m. 7 p.m. is when they're done voting. So banks and local businesses also had wooden boards on windows in fear of protests and riots. So let's play this. Hold on one second.
Lima, Peru. Behind me, you can see people in line waiting to vote. People are voting in schools, also in stadiums, and they are allotted a specific time depending on where the last number of their NAE ends. They have about 1 hour to vote. It takes about 3 to 4 minutes for people to vote. It's a very, like I said, it's a very difficult election for a lot of people. Lima is primarily heavily Keiko Fujimori, but there are some people that are for Pedro Castillo. I just interviewed a woman who was strongly for Keiko Fujimori, and she gave her reasons why. Also, I wanted to note that the way the elections come is that there's a flash. These are kind of like a prediction as to what's going to happen based on statistical data. So, for instance, when Donald Trump and Joe Biden were going at each other, the numbers that were coming out as the votes were being counted, those were used to say, oh, it looks like New York's going to go to Biden. It looks like Texas is going to Trump, etc. That's the same way that they do that here, except that it's the entire country. And so they would know by now who gets to actually be the winner. And it's not likely to change, meaning that it would be a statistical anomaly. Let's say that after everybody votes, they do the flash where they say, let's say Pedro Castillo wins. It would be unlikely that Keiko Fujimori would come out as the winner when the full counting is done, which is between 3 to 4 days. So just so you guys know what that works, the full votes won't be counted until 3 to 4 days after everybody votes, because they do not start counting the votes until after every single person votes. They do actual polls, but a lot of them are not reliable. A lot of them are people that have been paid off. And this is according to, of course, the locals that live here. So another thing I wanted to note before I go is that banks started putting up wooden boards on their windows and doors. and so did other small businesses as a result of fear of riots and protests. Several people have said, not only in the media, but also the locals have said that they are afraid of some sort of protests and riots. There is an emphasis of saying that they will accept the results, that the results will be democratic. So just wanted to update you guys on that.
So we have that, and let's see, I'm going to go on Fee's Twitter thread here. She's been posting a bunch of videos today. For those of you not on Twitter, I'll show you all these videos. So let's see here. Let's see. So she was up 8 hours ago. Voting has begun in Peru. The military and police have been ordered to take their command posts and remain on alert. Many businesses have boarded up their doors and windows. People can only vote, with some exceptions, between the hours coordinated with the last number of their DNE. So those are the times. It's like if it ends in 1, if your ID ends in 1, you vote from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. If your ID ends in 2, 8 to 9. And from 2 to 4, they have disability. So not according to your ID, but if you have a disability, then you can go vote from 2 to 4, and then 8, 9, and then 0 until 7 p.m. And then apparently she said that it's going to take an hour for the results to get tabulated. She said that in the city they use some type of ballot counting machine. I'm curious to what kind of ballot counting machine it is. So she gave an example here. Keiko's ID ended in 8, so she would vote between the hours of 4 to 5 p.m., which she was there, and she figured out where she was going to be at. While there's some exceptions of this, and because of COVID to minimize contact, if you're under 65 years old and don't vote, the fine is 88 soles. If you're not poor, and 44 if you are, 22 if you're extremely poor. So if you don't vote, you get a fine. No one really wants to get fined. 88 soles. I mean, I can show you the dollar to USD so you can understand how how much of a fine that is. It's not too much in our eyes, but let's see here. Trying to pull it up. So 1 USD is equal to 3.8. Wow, okay, it's 3.8. It used to be like 3, so now it's 3.8. Let's try and invert these. So 88 soles. 88 soles. It's like $23. It's a $23 fine. It's not too bad, but out there, it's a lot. So that is the case right now. I'm going to try and search through Medea Benjamin, see if she's posted anything, because I know she was there on the ground. She's supposed to meet with Fiorella, I think today or tomorrow. We'll see if they go through with it. I know DSA was supposed to be out there. Okay, so Medea was live in front of another one, so let's hear what she said to compare. And let's see what happened with what she said.
Here we are in one of the working class neighborhoods in a suburb of Lima. As you can see, people are online getting ready to vote. Because the pandemic is so bad here, with Peru being the #1 in the world per capita death rate, people are very concerned and taking a lot of precautions. In order to go and vote, you have to have a double mask on, and many people put a shield on as well. When they go in, they are temperature is taken, and then they are sprayed with sanitizer. But there is so much at stake here in the elections. There are 2 candidates. One of them is Keiko Fujimori. She is the daughter of Alberto Fujimori, who is in prison for both corruption and human rights abuses from his years in power. And she herself has been a legislator who is known for her conservative policies, for neoliberal policies, for being close to the transnationals, and she is also being charged with corruption. In fact, if she doesn't become president, she might very well end up in prison. On the other side is who was a little-known candidate, Pedro Castillo, who is a teacher from the rural areas. He is also a farmer, a very humble man of the people, and he has a platform that would call for writing a new constitution that would give more power of the people to redo the contracts with the multinationals, and if they can't come to agreements to actually nationalize some of the key industries in this country, which has the elite class terrified. So they have launched a really relentless propaganda campaign against him, saying that he is a communist who is going to cause workers to lose their jobs, businesses to flee. They're saying that he is related to the terrorists from the 1980s days of the Sendero Luminoso. They're throwing everything that they can at him to make people be afraid of change when this country is so desperate for change. The inequality is terrible. The people in the countryside often are still illiterate, living many times without electricity or even running water.
So that's an interesting summary there. A lot of what she said is absolutely true. Especially there at the end, a lot of it is, the education's not good. That's why Pedro Castillo's party has a little pencil as their logo. That's the party's logo. It's Peru Libre, and it stands for Free Peru, and they have a logo of a pencil. Let me pull it up real quick, just so you guys see this, and then I'm gonna go over some more of Fee's tweets from today, and she's gonna go back out into the field. Thank you all for joining and watching. Thanks for getting us out there. It meant a lot. You guys were interested in this, so that's great. So yeah, you can see here that there's Pedro Castillo, and then there's the logo. So he's he's holding a pencil here. So this is the guy that is more working class. He's pretty leftist, and like Medea said, there has been a campaign trying to paint him with the as a communist and being with the really radical, really radical. Forgot what they're called. The silk. Forgot what they're called. The Luminous. I forgot that radical group was called, but he's not. And then we talked about it yesterday on yesterday's stream. You can see that Fiorella made a summary as well yesterday about the candidates, and you can see that on that stream. So really quick, I'm going to go over to this tweet here that Fee has. So she said, earlier today, Pedro Castillo had a breakfast with his family and spoke to media in his native city of Cajamarca, where he will vote later today. So his native city is in Cajamarca, so I kind of want to see where that's at. But let me look at these pictures real quick. So there he is with his family. The cowboy hats, that's classic. So we went over it yesterday, but I didn't even know about this. Is that he was part of these kind of like the Rangers. It's kind of like a Rangers over in Peru. To kind of like, they're like community-based like security or protection and stuff. So it's like neighborhood watch, but for the city and stuff. So let's see where Cajamarca is in Peru. Cajamarca. Oh, snap. That's definitely far away from Lima. So that's Cajamarca. Wow, it's in the middle of the mountains and stuff. Okay, cool. So that's where Cajamarca is. I know Lima's down here somewhere. Where is it? Lima. Yeah, Lima's all the way down here. So he's more northern Peru, which is interesting, And man, I've been to we've been to Huánuco. That's where some of our family's from, Huánuco, and Cajamarca. I had no idea about Cajamarca. Look at this. This is a city in the mountains. So you can see here, there's a city here, Cajamarca, and yeah. So let's look through some more of Fee's tweets here. So let's see what else did she say. Let's see. So apart from that, he said, "Gracias al pueblo peruano." I'm gonna just say the English part. "Thank you to the Peruvian people. The only message I can give is one of love, honesty, dignity, tranquility. We have to be respectful of the democratic framework. Whatever the results, we're here to do what we can to move the country forward." And continued, he says, "Not only will we respect the results, we will call for peace." So very peaceful. You know, he's been pictured with Evo Morales. You know, Evo Morales backs him. And a lot of people are criticizing that, you know, people that are afraid of communism. This whole propaganda about communism has been really, really dead set in Peru. Like it's really ingrained in the people there to fear communism because of how the media portrays Venezuela and everything like that. So let's see. I'm looking through Fee's tweets here. So he voted about 5 hours ago in his district of Atacabamba in Cajamarca. So there he is voting, and then you saw that here's the line that Fee was at before at an elementary school. So that was an elementary school that Fee was at, and you can see that. So it's short lines, people, short lines. It just pisses me off that for the primaries, you know, you have like fucking 2 hour, 5 hour long lines in the United States and the you know, the richest country in the world, the most the most technically advanced country in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like people are like, you know, oh, the US is like amazing and shit, and like the one thing that's really sacred to us is the vote, and we can't even get that system down like how what people would call Peru as a third world country can do, right? And it's just insane to me. It's just it's completely insane to me. So here's some more footage of this. This is the little line. People had to wear 2 masks. So that was interesting. People had to wear 2 masks. You know, it is the center, as Medea said. It's like more deaths per capita, which was interesting because they were using the I-10 drug before, and a lot of studies came out from there that it was effective, and then you know, some people have told Fee that it worked for them and saved their life, and so I don't know what's happening with that. I don't know why, you know, they moved away from it, it looks like. So then here's another crowd that was waiting outside because Fee figured out where Keiko Fujimori was going to be at to vote. So she posted this. So here's the line. I'm going to try and play the audio here. So that's where Fee was just now. She was standing right here talking to us. She was standing right here. And so you can see some of the news crew out there. Eventually, the Convo Couch will have a van like that. And then, so you can see some of the police there. The police are wearing the green. And you can see these people are just kind of waiting.
Oh, man.
People with their families. You see the police here also in black and highlighter green, and you can see over there how that looks to go vote. I believe in those black doors over there where that's where all the media was right there. So then Fee eventually got over there. Let's see. So Fee, she got over there. So here's Keiko going in to vote. So she got this. Let's play this. You can hear the people are going crazy. So.
Bien, concha tu madre. Ya pasó, ya pasó. Ya entró, ya entró. ¿La vuelta?
So you saw that. She says, here's Keiko going in to vote. Lima's definitely Keiko City. However, as many say, Peru isn't Lima. Because, Lima is, I showed you the map. Lima's like all the way down here, and Peru's pretty damn big. If you think about it. There's Lima down here. It's the most populous city in Peru. But look how big Peru is. There's the line up there right next to Bolivia. And so, it's not just Lima. There's just all these cities over here. There's Cajamarca over there. And, there's Cusco. I've been to Cusco. Beautiful over there. And, yeah, I mean, she's got a point. Lima isn't just, is definitely, Peru isn't Lima. And the provinces favor Castillo. So apparently, everywhere else they favor Castillo. And she said there are already reports filled out of ballots for Keiko. That's what she said. Somebody told her while she was there. And we showed that video. I kind of want to go back to it to see if we can hear, and I can maybe live translate here. And let me see. Let's see what they're saying. So this is inside one of the voting centers. And the caption here says, Fraude, señores. And you know what fraude is. You don't need Google Translate for that. Fraud. So let's watch this.
Exprésese bien, señor. Exprésese bien. Le estoy filmando. Lo va a denunciar en este momento. Ah, ya. ¿De qué? ¿Está direccionando el voto usted, no? ¿Quiénes son los personeros acá?
So they were asking, are you signing something? Or, can you answer, express yourself correctly? And then it looks like the person in red, they're saying that the person in red was telling him to do something. So let me just go back a little bit.
Ah, ya. ¿De qué? ¿Está direccionando el voto usted, no? ¿Quiénes son los personeros acá? ¿Tú eres personero?
Damn, I want to find this guy's footage.
No es que cambie, señor. Que venga la autoridad acá. No es que se cambie. Qué fácil para cambiar el papel higiénico. No. A ver, vamos a denunciar. Acá hay cédulas marcadas ya a favor.
So he goes out and tells them that there's a ballot already marked
de Keiko, en
for Keiko
esta oficina.
in this office.
Mucho cuidado, señores electores.
Be careful, voters.
Acá hay cédulas marcadas con Keiko.
Here are ballots marked for Keiko.
Entonces, debe intervenir un fiscal acá para que pueda tomar parte y acción de este asunto.
So I think he said a soldier should come in, intervene, so they can fix this.
No es posible.
It's not possible.
No es posible.
It's not possible.
Que venga un fiscal. Necesitamos que venga un fiscal. Acá hay cédulas.
We need an official to come here.
Marcadas, adulteradas a favor de Keiko.
Here are ballots marked and adulterated in favor of Keiko.
No es correcto.
This is not right.
Y acá el señor de la OMP está avalando eso. A este señor está avalando eso y no es posible. No sé, señor. Usted está hablando, estoy escuchándolo. Acá está. No es posible. Hay que tener mucho cuidado, las cédulas están adulteradas, compañeros. Acá, señorita, usted está para trabajar.
So I'm gonna do some more research here. I'm gonna do some Johnny research here. I'd be doing the research. Let's see here. So give me a second. Give me a second here. This is live researching. Fuck it, do it live. So let's see here. Oh, I'm checking out the comments. Let me see what the comments say. Sorry, I'm looking at the comments here. I'll show you them in a second. Give me 1 second. It's not loading. Facebook being Facebook again. Anyways, let me see. While that's loading, I guess, let me see something else. If there's anything else. So, that video I showed you of Medea Benjamin was the first video she's uploaded about Peru, or on the ground in Peru. I saw her on the ground in Bolivia and I believe Chile. She goes down in South America all the time, which is pretty great. Let me see here. So while that was loading, let me go back to fees here. Twitter. Okay. Oh. All right. So that's pretty much it for now. So Fee is she's, gearing up to get back outside. We didn't give her the light. I'm kind of pissed about that. So thank you for watching, everybody. Yeah, the shining path was what I was talking about before. Let's see. No offense. Thank you for the Rokfin tip. Stay safe, Fee. Chip Walter. That's a new name. Chip Walter. Jonny Bug. Thank you for covering this story in Peru. Thank you, Jonny. Thank you, Chip. And thank you, No Offense. And y'all are awesome. I see there's 100 and something people watching on YouTube. Let me shout out some people. Trish Taylor, John to Emily, how you doing? Keiko's going for Fernando. Let's see. Nicole M. Creative Experiments. What up? Monarch. Jilly Love. Shout out to Jilly Love. Damn, you been to Cusco? Yes. Cusco, Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu's amazing. It's beautiful. Everyone should go. And, all the food's amazing, except now I'm vegan, so it's like I can't even enjoy my own food. Human Being, I see you. Maddie, I don't want to mess up your last name. Maddie Z, I'll say. And then Josh Davis. So I'm trying to load these comments to this video of the fraud. I'm trying to see if we can find more. I'm trying to find more videos because I want to find that one dude's video that was right there with him. So, because he zoomed in right on the ballots and shit. So I'm trying to see that. These comments are not loading. There's 500 comments. It's not loading. So let me see. Let me quit out of Zoom. Quit out of Photoshop. Facebook being Facebook, guys. Facebook being Facebook, being sketchy. They're watching. What's up? What's his name? I forgot his name, man. Sorry. It's been a long day, guys. It's been a long day. Zux. What's up, Zux? I know he's watching. Everyone's watching. Let me see if anybody's on Twitch. No one on Twitch. Yep. Baze was definitely suppressed us there on Rokfin. Let me say what's up to some people on Rokfin while this shit's still loading. And WM, can you turn up your mic a little, Johnny? You're much quieter than the clip you're playing. Ooh, okay. Sorry about that. Shining Path. Let's see. Vince Bailey. Yes, thank you. Tres. Vamos. Vamos, 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 vamos. Peru, carajo. Don't repeat that, guys, if you're talking to anybody Spanish, because carajo is a bad word. Let's see. So let me just look at these comments here. ¿Dónde está la prueba? Solo sales gritando pruebas enfermito. So it's that guy saying, where's the proof? You only were yelling and stuff, which is kind of true. That's why I said I want to see the other guy's footage. Let's see. Someone was like, what the hell is happening? Wait, how did I get there? Anyways. Ooh, look, on the media, they put his video up. They put this guy's video up. So let's see this.
Firmando. Lo va a denunciar en este momento.
Facebook actually helped me.
Está direccionando el voto usted, ¿no? ¿Quiénes son los personeros acá? ¿Tú eres personera? No es que cambie, señor. Que venga la autoridad acá. No es que se cambie. Qué fácil para cambiar el papel higiénico. No, a favor de... No, exprésese bien. Está avalado. La autoridad acá. Que venga la autoridad acá. No es que se cambie. Qué fácil para cambiar el papel higiénico.
Yeah, so it's just kind of the video on repeat here.
Acá hay cédulas marcadas ya a favor de Keiko.
Oh, okay, so it's just they went live. So it looks like this is a fan page or it looks like it's an actual political organization for Pedro Castillo. So let's see, let's go here. Let's see this. This is live right now. Let's see what they're saying. I'll translate live.
Han dicho no se preocupe, lo vamos a romper y vamos a emitir.
Ahora, ¿cuántas cédulas habrán pasado así?
Ahora yo le digo.
Anteriormente, ¿cuántas habían pasado?
¿Qué han hecho? Han roto el voto ya firmado, lo han metido a una bolsa negra y le han dado una nueva. Y le he dicho, ¿no le va a faltar las fichas para votar? No nos va a faltar porque nosotros tenemos para reposición. Le ha dicho la señorita de la OMP. No va a faltar, señora, porque si le dan otra, va a faltar. Y al del Jurado Nacional le he dicho, ¿cuántas actas supervisadas por ustedes han entrado a esta mesa?
So the camera person was asking him, we kind of came in the middle of this. So the camera person was asking them, what's going on? How do you know how many ballots are like that are already pre-marked? And then she's trying to reassure them that that's not happening, I guess.
Eso tenemos que tomar en cuenta. No podemos permitir el fraude. Que sea todo transparente, todo legal. Que se tome en cuenta la decisión del pueblo. Estamos cansados ya de la corrupción.
Wow. Okay, so she said we cannot permit this fraud to happen. The people are tired of the corruption is basically what she said.
Toda la vida el fraude, no podemos permitir que haya más fraude, por favor, señores. Todos estén ojo a las cédulas que no están firmadas, por favor. No podemos permitir. Estamos cansadas en el fraude, señor.
We cannot permit this fraud to happen is basically what she said.
Nunca más, nunca más, nunca más. Esos ladrones.
Never again, never again.
¿Qué es lo que ha ocurrido en su mesa?
En mi mesa.
¿Qué número de mesa es? ¿Se recuerda?
Es el número 218.
Ya, ¿qué es lo que ha ocurrido, señora Linda, por favor? Si me puede dar a conocer.
La persona que ha votado delante de mí.
This person's asking her what happened. The cameraman's asking her what happened at this table. So then now she's saying the person that was in front of me, and then I just paused it. So let's hear.
Cédula estaba sin la firma del presidente Mesa, como verá. Ella ha votado y ha dicho, ¿por qué está sin firma? Y le han dicho, no importa, dóblenla en 4 y métala nomás.
Ya.
¿No? Y yo le he dicho, ¿cómo va a meterla así? No, eso no hay problema. Ya, entonces rómpala y le vamos a dar otra. Entonces yo he dicho, ahí que se quede, le he sacado la firma, la foto, la cédula y a la señora de... Ahí está. Yo no soy ni Keiko ni nada.
Es una electora.
Ni soy de Dore, ni soy del Jurado Nacional, ni soy de la OMP. No soy de nada. Simplemente he venido a cumplir mi deber. Ella es la señora y cuando he llamado a los de la OMP, han subido y han dicho, no se preocupe, lo vamos a romper y vamos a emitir.
Ahora, ¿cuántas cédulas habrán pasado así?
Ahora,
okay, so this isn't actually an election person. This is someone who was I'm actually not sure who exactly she is. Yeah, something about the person that voted in front of her, and then I think what they said is that they put it into another bag instead of, or like there wasn't a signature or something like that. So I'm gonna try and play it again. It's kind of hard to hear for me, so I'm gonna try and blast it this time. So let me.
que tiene que haber un orden.
Claro.
¿No? Todo todo transparente. No hay
It's kind of just this video is
que
repeating
se tome en
itself.
cuenta la decisión del pueblo. Estamos cansados ya de la corrupción. Toda la vida el fraude, no podemos permitir que haya más fraude, por favor, señores. Todos estén ojo a las cédulas que no están firmadas, por favor. No podemos permitir. Estamos cansadas con el fraude, señor.
Que se fijen si está firmada.
Nunca más, Fujimori. Nunca más, nunca más. Esos ladrones.
¿Qué es lo que ha ocurrido en su mesa?
En mi mesa.
¿Qué número de mesa es? ¿Se recuerda?
Es el número 218.
Ya, ¿qué es lo que ha ocurrido, señora Linda, por favor? Si me puede dar a conocer.
La persona que ha votado delante de mí, su cédula estaba sin la firma del presidente Mesa, como verá. Ella ha votado y ha dicho, ¿por qué está sin firma? Y le han dicho, no importa, dóblenla en 4 y métala nomás.
Ya.
¿No? Y yo le he dicho, ¿cómo va a meterla así? No, eso no hay problema. Ya, entonces rómpala y le vamos a dar otra. Entonces yo he dicho, ahí que se quede, le he sacado la firma, la foto, la cédula y a la señora de... Ahí está. Yo no soy ni Keiko ni nada.
Es una electora.
Ni soy de Dore, ni soy del Jurado Nacional, ni soy de la OMP. No soy de nada. Simplemente he venido a cumplir mi deber. Ella es la señora y cuando he llamado a los de la OMP, han subido y han dicho, no se preocupe, lo vamos a romper y vamos a emitir
Ahora,
otro.
¿cuántas cédulas habrán pasado así?
Ahora, yo le digo, hay que evitar esos fraudes.
Okay, I got it. So basically, she said that she's not part of anything. She's not pro Keiko. She's not part of Castillo. She's not part of the Castillo party. She's not part of the Keiko party. She was voting, and the person in front of her didn't sign it, and then the person who's handling all the ballots is like, no, that's okay if it's not signed. But obviously, that's not true. So then something else happened there, and then she took a picture of something. And then the guy's like, well, how many ballots has this happened to that they're not signed, right? So I guess that could mean that they're invalidated, right? So it depends on, I guess, which ballots they're invalidating. Now this is just a video that I found here, and this is a Pedro Castillo. It looks like his political organization here, Profe, which is Professor Castillo Presidente. So they're kind of playing this on repeat here. I'm gonna keep it muted. Yeah, they're playing this video on repeat. So it looks like there's concerns of fraud, guys. There's concerns of fraud in Peru, and it's not just Fee telling you from the locals doing it. Here's video proof of people saying there's fraud happening. Right now, there's no proof of the fraud. You know, that's why I was trying to find the other guy's video with that took a video of the ballots. This one says no hay garantías de transparencia. There's no guarantee of transparency. More ballots marked in favor of Keiko. OEA. The OEA is like the observation. So let me play this one. Let me see what this one says. So this page is just getting all the videos from all over Peru, or it might be just Lima. So let's see.
¡Qué humillación! Yo fui a marcar, lo marqué así grande y allá estaba marcado. Mírenlas, ellas son las que venden al país. ¿Por qué nos hacen eso? Dicen que es democracia, esto es una dictadura. Ellos son los que nos van a llevar a la corrupción. Indignante, verdaderamente. Indignante. Revisen todo su voto, miren. Estaba marcado aquí, mientras que yo marqué la foto. Yo no miento. Ya no marques tu foto. Dile que te den una nueva. No. Tú la sacaste ahí. Yo vi que tú la sacaste adentro. Yo también he sido miembro de mesa. La despachada. Lo sacaste de aquí. De ahí lo sacaron. No lo sacaste del ánfora. Revisa las otras actas, las otras células.
they're saying that there's pre-marked ballots. And this woman in red who was yelling, she was screaming out fraud again. And then she was saying that she was a table worker before. She worked at a table before. That's what she said. And she's like, that's not the way you do it.
¡Qué humillación! Yo fui a marcar, lo marqué así grande, y allá estaba marcado. Estaba marcado.
She said it was already marked. It's interesting though. She's like, I went to go mark it and then it was already marked. So, but that doesn't make sense to me because like if I get a ballot and it's marked already, I'm gonna be like, hey, this ballot's marked. So maybe I'm understanding incorrectly. Hold on, let me keep playing.
Mírenlas, ellas son las que venden al país. ¿Por qué nos hacen eso? Dicen que es democracia. Esto es una dictadura.
She's saying it's them. These two ladies are selling the people. They're saying this is a democracy. This is a dictatorship. Actually, is what she's saying. And then let's hear the rest.
Ellos son los que nos van a llevar a la corrupción. Indignante, verdaderamente. Indignante.
Ignorance. They're the ones that are going to take us to the corruption. You can hear her emotion. This isn't, lying and shit. Like, this is interesting. So I'm going to try and go to another one. Let's see. There's all these videos from this page. So Johnny Google search or Johnny Facebook search, Facebook, that's where a lot of information's coming from, especially in, in Latin American countries. A lot of people use Facebook, so this is an interview. So it looks like just recently these videos of the fraud concerns have been coming out. So I'm just trying to be careful with this. I'm not alleging that there is fraud. I'm just showing these videos that people are saying that fraud is happening, right? I just want to make that clear to everybody. And so I'm just trying to see what else is on this page. And hey, look, they got a video of all the people that came out for Castillo. It looks like this is a few days ago. Yeah, I think this is on Thursday. Jesus, that's loud.
Pido al pueblo peruano, pido a los empresarios, pido a todas las personas que nos han venido asustando, les pido tranquilidad, serenidad, responsabilidad.
There's a fucking pencil again.
Cuando no hay propuestas reales por gente que ha saqueado el país, no tenían otra cosa que hablar de esta candidatura nuestra. Nos han terruqueado, nos han dicho de todo, han subido al pan porque dicen que Pedro Castillo te va a llevar a una crisis, que te va a robar tu casa, que te va a...
I think he just said the bread prices increased because they said that they're saying that Castillo will lead to a crisis. That's the narrative right now, is that if Castillo's elected, then the economy's gonna crash and shit in Peru, and that's what they're trying to say because it's gonna be like Venezuela, right? Well, if you're not under if you're not down with U.S. imperialism, yeah, some shit's gonna happen, So sorry, I just got a text. They're going to sanction you. That's what they did with Venezuela. They sanctioned Venezuela. And so this is I want to hear more of this. You guys down to hear some more? I'm going to try and translate here, okay?
compatriotas, y acá ya hago un llamado, hago un esclarecimiento. Pido al pueblo peruano, pido a los empresarios.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. So that's fucking great. You know, they're chanting that. That's the people united will never be divided. That's great. So let's hear some more. Look at all that support. There's a lot of support there, is what I'm seeing. That's a lot of support for a candidate. So yeah, you're seeing all that support. I'm kind of confused because give me a second here. Give me 1 second. Right, so this is what we just saw. All right, so this is one. Close that. And this is one that we haven't looked at yet, so let's look at this.
No puedo, señorita, con usted no, porque usted es parte de la mafia. No puedo hablar yo con usted. Son parte de la mafia. Acá no se puede instalar nada dentro del colegio para usar las mesas de votación. Es una vergüenza. Mantengamos la distancia, por favor. ¿Cómo es posible que dentro de un colegio se instale una mesa para captar gente?
Señor, es una coordinadora.
No, señorita, yo también soy coordinadora. No tengo nada que hablar con la mafia, no se habla. Es una vergüenza. No, señora, no puede instalar mesa acá dentro nadie.
No hay ninguna mesa instalada.
Está instalada, ya la filmé. Ya la filmé la mesa.
Del orden también implica...
¿Cuál alteración? Eso es lo que ustedes provocan por no hacer su trabajo.
Por favor, que hace el distanciamiento.
¿Ya? No necesita caber nada. ¿Ya?
Ya, por favor, distanciamiento, por favor. O firmo de una vez.
Firma de una vez, firma. Firma el abuso, firma.
Por favor.
No sabes cómo cortar el abuso. No sabes cómo cortar el abuso. La mafia siempre, la mafia.
A ver, señorita, ¿qué es lo que ha pasado?
Ya, señores, por favor.
En este local se ha instalado una mesa para captar personas. Eso no es justo. Que las votaciones sean libres, que la gente haga lo que pueda acá. Voy por la pura. ¿Qué? ¿Qué está la mesa? O sea, que no se parcializa, pues. ¿Cuánto se paga la luz? Por favor. Es una vergüenza que usted me una mesa. Por Dios de seguridad. Por Dios de seguridad, por la pura. Por favor, con la prensa vea cómo trabaja el colegio con el personal acá. Está firmado en la mesa que está instalada acá afuera para captar personas. Está prohibido el celular. Está prohibido el celular.
¿Quién dice que está prohibido?
¿Usted puede instalar mesa?
¿Quién dice que está prohibido? Perdón, ¿quién dice que está prohibido?
¿Cómo es posible que usted regalando?
Ahí está, mira. Esa es la gente tipo de...
Señora la OMPE,
¿Quién?
usted tiene que sacar a esas personas que están ahí. ¿Por qué se corren? ¿Por qué se corren?
Señor, ¿quién dice que está prohibido grabar? Sí, ahora sí vamos a hacer viral toda esta porquería de autoridades. ¿Ah? Señora, disculpe, buenos días. ¿Qué es lo que está pasando acá? A ver, yo quiero hacer, vamos a hacer viral
Nos han
esto.
mandado un mensaje que dentro del colegio están actuando de una manera irregular, han instalado una mesa captando a las personas, el partido de Fuerza Popular.
Eso hay que hacer viral, a
Nosotros
ver.
hemos venido el llamado de la gente que este colegio hemos filmado, está la mesa instalada, todo es cierto.
Hay que hacer viral todo esto. a ver,
Y las
¿no?
señoras dicen que ellas no saben nada. ¿Cómo es posible? Policía Nacional López prestándose para todo.
Estamos mal. Eso es lo que está pasando
La única
acá.
mesa que funciona acá es la mesa que se ha instalado para votar.
exacto.
Ninguna mesa más. La
Así
gente
es.
viene, vota y se retira, pero no, acá adentro está operando.
Sí, ahora sí vamos a hacer viral toda esta porquería de autoridades. ¿Ah?
Dentro del colegio.
¿Qué es lo que está pasando acá? A ver, yo quiero hacer, vamos a hacer viral
Nos han
esto.
mandado un mensaje que dentro del colegio están actuando de una manera irregular, han instalado una mesa captando a las personas, el partido de Fuerza Popular.
Eso hay que hacer viral, a
Nosotros
ver.
hemos venido el llamado de la gente que este colegio hemos filmado, está la mesa instalada, todo es cierto.
Hay que hacer viral todo esto. a ver,
Y las
¿no?
señoras dicen que ellas no saben nada. ¿Cómo es posible? Policía Nacional López prestándose para todo.
Estamos mal. Eso es lo que está
La
pasando
única
acá.
mesa que funciona.
They're saying, you hear me? Okay, yeah. They're saying that there was a table set up that they're marking ballots in favor of Keiko Fujimori, in favor of Fuerza Popular, which is the party that Keiko is running for. So here's just another video in Pachacutec. I don't know if I said that right. That is interesting. Let's see. Hold on one second. So, okay, so there's not really any more updates here. I'm going to be watching this page when we go later on live later because they're 2 hours ahead in Peru from the Pacific Standard Time. So it is 6:22 right now. So polls are closing in 45 minutes. In Peru, it's 6:22, and polls are closing in about 45 minutes. So I also saw this other page here, so you guys can kind of see the support that Castillo had. And I'm like, woo! We got to show this. I got to see this. The Plaza Armas is this place. I'll show you this. This place with the statue. It's a huge like roundabout place. You know, big cities have it. Some cities have it. I think I've seen another European city have the same thing. But you could fit like 7 or 8 cars lanes right in this Plaza de Armas, and look at all these people out here. So let's see this. This is June 3rd.
Hermanas, todo es posible en un gobierno del pueblo que viene para trabajar por el pueblo y no viene a robarle al pueblo. Traigo el saludo de aquellos hombres y mujeres que no tienen voz, de aquellos que están en el anonimato. Solamente necesitamos respeto a nosotros mismos. Creemos que ha llegado el momento de la más grande unidad del pueblo peruano. De no mirar Habla de maestro.
Vota sin miedo.
All right, so I'm just gonna translate again. I'm gonna show it again. I'm gonna translate. So let me lower it a little bit. I know my mic's low. It's like it's all the way over here. Okay, so brothers and sisters, we all believe in government by the people. Sorry, hold on. I was delayed there. Brothers and sisters. What the fuck? Facebook fucking with me. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. All right, here we go. Brothers and sisters, everything is possible in a government of the people that is here to work for the people and not rob the people. I bring the salute from the men and women, who feel they have no voice, from the people that are anonymous. We only need to respect ourselves. We believe that a grand moment has arrived for the great unity of the Peruvian people. To not look at the ideologies, to not look at your skin color. Procedencia. I don't know that word. I feel like that's like family ties or something. We don't look at what region you come from which little pueblo you come from. We are all brothers. We're all Peruvians. We are all united to revive our patria, which is patriocy. Patriot. The text says we're going to write a new history, a history for everybody, a new history for Peru. Compañeros, it's like compadre. It's like my fellow citizen. It's been a while that they've robbed us, and now it's time to get that back. That's why we're here. The people have woken up, and that's why I recognize that from the smart people, the Pueblo's people. So yeah, then they chant for him. So that's that. So I don't know. There's a lot of support there. You're seeing a lot of support for Castillo there. You saw a little bit of this yesterday. That it was the interview with Mujica, and Castillo was giving him some words of wisdom there. You guys got to watch that. Here's this looks like this was in June 1st. He was on a truck live. This is a live stream truck. All these people around him. So I'm just telling you guys, there's a lot of support for this candidate. It's just not no somebody, right? This guy has more support than Joe Biden does in America. Joe Biden never had this. Joe Biden never had this when he was campaigning. So there's that. Okay, so let's see. Let me refresh this one page. I'm gonna refresh this page. Let me see if there's anything else here. If there's any more videos of fraud or anything like that. Nope. Okay. So thank you everybody for joining us. I saw Frank Analysis was on here. Shout out to Frank Analysis, Peruvian brother. He says, que viva la revolución, hermano. Johnny. Yes. Let the revolution live on for sure. Thank you, Frank. You know, I just want to thank everybody here, the fams watching. You know, we got some people watching, not usually on the screen. 113 people watching. People trying to help me with my Spanish. Thank you. I just got to spend some more time in Peru. I got to spend 3 months in Peru, and I'll be back to where I was before. But yeah, I want to thank everybody. Thank you for joining us. We're going to be live later. Fee's going to be on the ground again. Hopefully she's charging her phone. And yeah, we'll be on the ground live. Thank you for getting us there. Thank you for all the fams. You guys are amazing. Creative Experiments. Jolie Love. Reef. What's up, Reef? Shout out to Reef. Engineer extraordinaire as well. F-Funk. Piggy Poppers Proletariat. Nice. I like to see some proletariats in here. Another worldview is possible. Good to see you. Trish Taylor, Monarch, Arem. Let me shout out Rokfin. Rokfin, we got 20 people watching. Chip Walter. Yeah, Chip. I mean, I see that. He says that, to be honest, it's not looking good with so many videos saying Keiko is stuffing ballots. Yeah, I mean, there's been, I saw 3 or 4 videos. You know, I'm sure there might be more. Thomas Busse, Red Star Report. I'm actually not in Peru. I'm still in California. But Fee is out in Peru, and she's killing the game. She's killing the game. We're going to keep letting you guys know what's up. Go follow our Twitter, because a lot of the little clips are coming from Twitter, right? So you'll see it first on Twitter before we put it up on here, because we like to do it live. Whereas the clips, Fee will be putting out clips like fucking that as it's happening, right? Because it's easy to upload on Twitter. So thank you guys for joining us. Follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/the Convo Couch or twitter.com/Fiorella_IM. The links are in the description below. But yeah, sign up on Rokfin, guys, because we could get taken down on YouTube any moment. We are demonetized from YouTube. That's why you don't see the super chat thing. That was a third of our income at one point, and now it's gone. So that really hurt us a lot. And fuck YouTube. And yeah, I just want to thank everybody who is on Rokfin. You know, our live stream is on Rokfin. We try to get every single live stream that we do on YouTube into Rokfin. The clips are on there. Jimmy's on there. You know, there's other creators on there. If you get a premium subscription, then you get access to everybody's premium videos. You can see our old trivia videos that we did, that are premium only, and those are great. You guys got to scroll down to find them. But we had Kim on, and we did trivia with Kim Iversen and Ron Placone and Jason Burmis and all this and all these people. It was great. It was fun. It was a lot of work production-wise, but it was fun. It was fun. It was like a game show. It was really cool. So go check that out if you got premium membership. If you didn't know about it, now you know. So go check that out. But thank you guys. You know, we'll be continuing to go on. Thank you for your support. Peace out. Convo out.